Hello again everyone, welcome back to some more Landric Plays Hand of Fate 2. Last episode we went to see the High Priestess of the Northmen to try and negotiate a sort of parley, and along the way we became an honorary goblin somehow. So I decided I'd spruce up our character with a little bit of fancy face paint, so we're now a member of the Red Hand Goblin clan or something like that. So we'll see what happens with that. But enough of that, let's take a look at what quest we're going to be running today. So this is the board as it stands. There we go, a little bit of light. So we have, if we go back to the campaign, so we've done the Fool, we've done the Magician, we've done the High Priestess. So we can choose between the Empress and the Emperor. Let's go for the Empress.
This game is merely the lesser game. It is not the true game of life and death, merely my model of it. I must prepare you for the challenges you will face when we meet Callus in truth.
Well, that sounds ominous. So yeah, that's sort of setting the scene for our grand quest, but in the meantime we are completing the Empress, so we have to earn fame, which is one of the resources added to Hand of Fate 2, in order to wield the legendary weapon. Hreitha's Eye. Why would you make it this hard to pronounce? Villages on the northern outskirts are under assault from northern raiders. Defeat the mighty shaman who is leading their raids. So as long as we defeat the shaman, we get the token from the card, but if we have enough fame to defeat him with that special weapon, then we get both tokens. So we're going to be encountering a bunch of northerners, so we'll probably go for... I don't remember what weapons are particularly good against them. Heavy weapons, perhaps? Though, no, I don't think... I think just, yeah, a quick weapon, like a sort of sword, will do fine. Can we auto add? No, so we'll just say this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, we'll just keep doing. Aha, so we got the Shrine last episode, which is a platinum card, so we're only allowed one platinum card in our encounter deck. Oh, we're actually 10 of 10, but... So which one shall I remove? So I probably won't remove one of the new ones, because we want to see all of the events there are. So let's get rid of that one, I guess. And this one has a token on it, so I'm inclined to keep it for now. These are all new as well, but they don't have tokens. So we'll go with these first, and then maybe we'll swap them out later. I will put in the Shrine though, because that's all shiny, so how can we not? So I think that's all the encounters. What do we want for our equipment? So the Cardinal Blade was okay. Humble Hammer sounds interesting. Because it's called the Humble Hammer, I have a feeling we have to have a fame below a certain amount. I mean, we'll bring it with us anyway, just because. Just a regular shield, or we can go with this particular one. Seems a low shield value, but it looks like it's got some sort of special ability as well. Rings are usually pretty good, so I'll bring all the rings. Berserker's Creed, maybe? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll see what these are, and again, we'll decide if we like them, and then we'll swap them out later. Winter's Bane. That sounds like it'll probably be good against Northmen, right? And then what do we want to start with? So we can start with the Night Sword, which has that sort of damage area effect, which, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't great. It seemed to be that whenever I activated it, people would just, run away from it, which wasn't brilliant. Aha, this one is particularly good against Northerners. Oops, didn't mean to quit out of that. Inspect, there we go. So against Northerners, Riposte deals extra damage, so this seems like a sensible choice to make. We'll bring that with us. Could go with the extra food, but I think we'll be fine. Let's do that, and I guess we'll make a start.
In this case, the Empress is a symbol, a leader of the northern clans, but not their only one. Now we come to one of the new nuances of our game. The hunt for fame and esteem would not work for all players, but it works for you. I can sense it in you. Your pride, your skill. In time, we will learn all of you.
He certainly likes to talk, doesn't he? Raiders... I say that as if I'm not about to spend half an hour talking. Oh well. Raiders have destroyed our village, the Elder of Talos explains in a hushed voice. They were sent here by a dark shaman of the north. They were searching for this. He draws a large warhammer from his cloak. From his cloak? Blimey, how big is this cloak? Hrithra's ire. It is the only weapon that will break the seal protecting their encampment. So he gives us the weapon, but this requires 20 fame to use.
Force.
So it's got a bunch of special attacks, but we can't use it yet. It also does a lot of damage, so we'll hang on to that for now. So we need 20 fame, earn fame by completing some of these encounters. So you can earn fame normally, but I imagine some of these will have extra special bonus fame to help us complete this particular quest. The weapon is heavier than you imagined, perhaps weighed down by some hidden magic, preventing you from wielding it to its potential. So the Elder looks straight into your eyes as though peering into your soul. Not all weapons are for all men. Only those who have demonstrated great acts of valour and courage may bear Hrithra's ire. You'll do well to remember that. Let's ask him some questions. So what should we do? Find the courage to wield the weapon and defeat the shaman before the 5th village falls. This village needs a hero. The town of Braden is surely in danger and must be warned. Okay, so we'll go there. So he's revealed some of our map. So this is probably the equivalent of the stairs, so we'll go this way first and then double back. Ask how we use it. Great artifacts require great heroes. Never turn down the opportunity to aid others, seek out greatness, and you will be rewarded. The shaman is a twisted creature with great powers. Never seen on the battlefield, but I hear she commands her warriors from a camp in the forest to the east. We sent our warriors to find her, but a magical barrier prevents anyone from entering the sanctum. It is said that Hrithra's ire can break through such a barrier. If she were attacked at her camp, then these raids would surely be stopped for good. Go on then, tell us about the Empire. The Elder Scrolls. Empire. Scrolls. Scout. The Elder Scrolls, there we go. The Elder Scowls. Empire? What good is the Empire? Naught but tax collectors and carrion crows. 6 raids here this year, and not a soldier to be seen. So much for protection. They're less reliable than the worst of the gods. Alright. Thank you. I trust the sacrifice of Talos not go in vain. He bows his head. May the gods bring you good fortune. Alright, so let's begin. And we start in a shop. We've got 10 gold. Let's buy some food. Should we spend all of it? I feel like we might need this for something later. But we'll buy it and see what happens. I feel like gold is a good way to earn fame, but I'm sure we'll... It's a question of whether we reckon we'll get more food or more gold as we explore.
When the hero runs in, the villain takes their time to bait their trap. Be careful, lest they put you in your place.
So, a rustling behind us is all the warning we get that our life is in danger. You turn as the cords of a northern bowler wrap around your body. So, a pair of trappers, we've been ambushed. I think we'll probably be able to handle these, no problem at all. I wonder if we'll get fame for defeating one of the bands of raiders, or whether we'll have to find a special card to give us something. Dodge. Stab. 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 There we go. There we go, we get that bonus damage from the riposte. So, 1 down. Quite a few to go. Dodge that though. Do a little bit of bonus damage against you, get that riposte. There we go. Just going to wear them down nice and easy. We'll try and dodge that before it breaks our combo. And we'll finish off you. There we go, get a couple more ripostes in. And then we can use this last power on you. And almost on in 1 hit. There we go. I reckon it must be these new goblin tattoos. That's definitely what's helping us get through these. And there we go. Raiders ambush completed. We do get a tiny bit of fame. Let's search for spoils. Okay. That seemed a little bit unfair. Let's go with this one. Minus 10 life. One of the northerners grabs us, and with his last breath he runs his blade into our side. Ouch. So it is 10 life. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'd rather have had the gold.
At what point does honor bend to pragmatism?
So we've seen this card before, and previously she's turned out to be a bandit and stabbed us, which wasn't nice. But that was because we didn't beat the target.
I hope you have learned to be their master.
Ooh. Do we keep the 3 or not? So if we roll this, we need a 5 or more. I'm not sure what the odds are of rolling both. We'll just re-roll the 1, and we'll hope. Nope, not quite enough. So she's going to turn out to be a bandit again, isn't she? Yes, she is. Okay, so the 4 of greed. But that's fine. I'm sure they will be no problem at all. It'd be nice if we can get some more of those blessings that increase our dice pool or let us reroll extra. That would be quite nice. Some more equipment would be nice as well. Perhaps a better shield. I'm fine with the sword. The sword's pretty good.
You have to stop helping people. It always ends up like this.
Oh, shut up. So the what was I going to say? That's right. So this sword isn't particularly good against bandits because quick weapons are better against them, but we seem to be doing just fine. Our riposte isn't going to do a whole lot of good. That was a bit of a waste of that special attack. He had no health left at all. But sorry, we'll just finish these off. Ooh, that looked particularly nasty. And okay, 1 more encounter done. I wonder if we'll get a tiny bit of fame for this one as well, or if it's only Northerners that will give us that. So we search their bodies. Oh boy, more dice challenges. Hooray! That one was nice and easy.
Well done. You continue to impress.
Excellent, we get a tiny bit of fame. So it looks like we're going to get a tiny bit of fame for defeating each encounter. See, we got loads of food, and now we've got no gold.
Time passes and things change. The advances of the Empire march on, and mystery and magic falls further into darkness. Yet death stalks the streets of the city.
Well, that was creepy. A pall of smog casts the city in a dull grey light as you navigate the narrow streets and back alleys of Iron Peak. Beware the Prince of Poisons, calls a young boy in a short-brimmed cap as he hands out leaflets to the passing crowds. Extra, extra, read all about it. You stop to read a discarded parchment, sodden by the damp that clings to the cobblestones. The Prince of Poison strikes again. Another mass poisoning in the back streets of Lowtown. The mayor raises the reward to 500 gold. Wow, if we could get 500 gold. I mean, again, the gold's not the issue. If we become famous for stopping the Prince of Poisons. The boy approaches as we finish reading. If you really hope to be safe, you best protect yourself. I have just the thing, and at a bargain price. Let's ask. He's the one responsible for all the killings that's been going on, the child exclaims wide-eyed. Dozens, if not hundreds of people. All dead, all poisoned by the prince. He strikes at random anywhere in the city and at any time. Just one of his canisters and half the street's dead before anyone knows what's happening. Blimey, that sounds terrifying. So, we haven't explored... Oh, as in we've not explored the... Okay. We've not explored the dialogue, we've not explored it on the map, I guess. What's with all the dishevelled children? So the boy looks over to where we're pointing. Most of them have lost their parents to poison and live on the streets now. Oh, how sad. Let's offer them some food. Came from a good home, some of them. They won't last on the street. Don't even know what the street corners are best to beg at. Let's give them some food. We could give them all of our food. I bet that would make us pretty famous, don't you think? Let's try it. Hooray, 8 fame. We're gonna start starving, but at least we're famous. Suddenly an armed man sprints into the alley, knocking several children to the ground. He pauses to swear and glances back the way he came. A silver-haired lady, clearly dressed for combat and sporting an array of weapons, stands silhouetted at the end of the alley. Running is pointless, Mad Eye, she says matter-of-factly. Mad Eye draws his weapon as the children scatter. I'm not going back to the prison, he yells in defiance. Let's help out this hunter. This one's mine, the woman tells you as you draw your weapon. More armed men suddenly rush into the alleyway. Mad Eye, one of them calls. We won't let her take you. So it looks like this is another potential companion that maybe we can recruit. Maybe if we impress her enough. Just pretty badass. Is this some sort of bounty hunter, I guess? This is Keturah. You'll find no charity here. When activated, Keturah fires her back-holstered weapon and causes high damage to enemies in range. Stay close to charge her ability faster, okay.
Nothing like the smell of gunpowder to pick up a lot of
So I'd quite like to deal with this anarchist first, because he keeps doing that, and that's going to be quite annoying. especially in these close quarters. But he's dealt with now, and now we can focus on these guys. There we go, finally get a riposte up, and immediately mess it up.
Out of my way.
There we go. So, a little bit messy, that one. I blame the cramped quarters. It's not the open battlefield that we're used to, but we did alright in the end. Silver-haired woman immediately rushes forward to stand over Mad Eye, declaring, "I'm taking this lowlife in and getting the payment. Help yourself." As formidable as the woman looks, you turn to search the other fallen men before leaving the alleyway. Hey, we get some equipment. We get a humble hammer.
Humility is the beginning of power.
Interesting. Well, so the weapon deals less damage the higher the wielder's fame. But it's a minimum of 16, and currently our sword does 15, so it's always going to be better than the sword. However, it doesn't have the whole bonus against northerners or anything like that. But it's also a lot of damage. Let's equip it for now. We can swap back later if we decide to. We haven't got a particularly good shield either, so it doesn't matter too much swapping to a two-handed weapon. We leave the troubled town of Iron Peak with the impression that you've not seen all it has to offer. Do we get the token? We don't get the token. Interesting. I wonder how we get that token. Maybe we have to see it with the hunter as our companion already. Ah, but we got some food out of that, which is good.
Let's see what the next town holds.
So we're not immediately starving to death, which is good, and hopefully we'll get some more food as we go. A village
Do not
burns.
take lightly the mantle of fame. Being a figurehead is not without consequences.
So we arrive at Braden at dawn to find it under attack from raiders. Oh wow, we're at 14 of 20 fame already though, so hopefully we'll be alright. So as the village burns, 3 brave farmers attempt to defend the last of the surviving villagers. Let's help them out. Yeah, we'll stick with the hammer. So yeah, of course we're going to be heroic, we're going to rush in, we're going to save the day, we are going to be a big damn hero, and hopefully we'll get enough fame to wield this mighty hammer as well. Interesting, so I didn't realise we had that much fame, so this hammer is probably going to do not all of its bonus damage, but it's still going to do more than our sword did. Speak softly and carry a huge piece of iron on the end of a stick. That is good advice.
I hope this works.
Alright, let's bash these guys. So I think this one had a similar power to that sword that annoyed me a little bit last time. And I think it does bonus damage based on the number of people that we hit. So let's try and wander into the middle of here. Was that a musket? These farmers have guns. They do have guns. Or one of them does. I was too busy looking at that farmer, the captain, or whoever he is, to notice that I've been stunned there. Whoops. Oh well, not the end of the world. Pow, there we go. And then... pow! So yeah, the hammer's fine. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Get some max life. Whoops. So I don't know what that said. I don't know what choice we made. We got a lot of food out of it, and a tiny bit of fame. Oh well. It's not time to celebrate. They are surely mustering to raid the town of Tarin, so that's where we're going to be going next. If you're a true hero, you will surely save them. Alright, let's go. So it's there, so we'll go this way. We've got loads and loads of
You
food.
strike me as the type who would put themselves in harm's way for the benefit of others. Yet, perhaps you'd rather have someone else sacrifice themselves for you.
As we make our way down a cobble street, we see lights flickering on the road in front of us. As we approach, we see a building, flames and smoke billowing out of its upper room windows. A crowd has formed outside, passing buckets of water between one another to temper the blaze. So we can actually put Malacalypse in harm's way. And, you know, I'm kind of tempted, because he is a snarky... But no, we're going to be a hero. We're going to rush in. We're going to try and deal with
Wheel
this.
is one of my favorite innovations. It combines many different elements of our game into one.
So I don't know if we've seen the wheel before. This is interesting. So, well, a huge failure. That's not great, but because we've got Malacalypse, we're allowed to redraw. It does put him out of action for three encounters, I think. Okay, so we get 1 of toil.
Excellent. A wise decision.
So we've saved her youngest daughter. Hey, we can use the
Now
helmet.
the power is yours to use.
Let's hang on to that. So we've got 2 fame from that. The woman embraces her child, then turns to you once more. My husband. Did you see my husband? He's still in there. Please help. Of course, we're going to have to go back in for him. I'm slightly worried that there seems to be three of these cards in there. Is that it? Yes. We find the woman's son attempting to find his way out. We grab his hand and we lead him out. So we've still not seen her husband, so let's go back in and try and save him as well. Oh, this is going to be awful, isn't it? Is that enough? Oh wow, I'm amazed we got that. So we saved all 3 of them. So we find her husband and we bring him out as well. As we emerge, the woman and her children rush to the man's side and embrace him. Thank you, adventurer. You've saved my family from certain death, the woman says.
A reward well earned.
So we get the token, we did a good deed, we got a whole bunch of fame.
It appears you are worthy to wield the weapon of champions. The raiders will hide from you no longer.
Interesting, so the weapon feels much lighter. That might be because we've gotten stronger, or it might be because the weapon has magically gotten lighter. The Sanctum. So now we can go directly there instead of going through all of these burned and pillaged villages. So we could go directly there, but, you know, let's explore these...
If you fall in a trap once, you may blame error. To fall in the same trap again smacks of foolishness.
Not so much foolishness as hubris. I mean, we're gonna wander through all of these encounters. I tell you what we're doing. We're testing out this weapon. That's what we're doing. It's not foolishness at all. It's smart. And it also means we recover a little bit of health as we go along. So bestowed for the people of the western fishing villages by the clans of the north in a time of peace and prosperity. Let's see how good it is. So we don't have Mal with us this time because he helps us get through that burning building, and it's really lucky he did. Oh, whoops daisy. So I'll try and focus my damage a little bit on just taking out these guys one at a time. Wow, that was pretty good. Okay, that special attack is pretty neat. Certainly better than some of the others we've seen so far. Wow, look at that rune. Yeah, I think we'll definitely be using this if we can. Oh, come on, that's not fair. I was in the middle of an animation. There we go. Let's see if we can still just pop that guy. He didn't right-click fast enough. It's just you left. Finish you off with our special pow. There we go. We knocked his helmet clean off. We did. Let's search for spoils. Oh, that's right. We have to do this. Hey, 20 gold. So we'll pop these. We'll get a little bit of health as we go.
Through exploration. We have many lands to discover, you and I. If you cannot make use of this, I will question your skills.
So we help the cartographer, we tell him about these places that we know about, but I don't think, yeah, it's not enough to get a token. I think if we said we'd come back later though, we wouldn't be able to.
Although you clearly dabbled with gods to arrive here, you do not need them. You have your own strengths.
So we find the shrine, this magical shiny card. It's revered among the few local peasants for its remarkable healing properties. So we ask the gods to take pity on us. Let's see if we can get their blessing by playing a game of dice. Luckily we can. So sunshine appears through a break in the clouds to bathe you in a radiant glow. We get a little bit of extra max life. Only 15 max life. Nice. That's not too bad at all. So I think we're in a pretty good spot to defeat this magical shark.
These tokens represent the expansion of the game. More options, more cards, more opportunities.
That's a subtle way of saying this card is from one of the expansions, I think. While strolling through the docks of Iron Peak, a tattooed woman calls to you from a small fishing sloop. As she shakes your hand, she introduces herself as Rana Ishmael. Oh, Ishmael, eh? Captain of the SS Remarkable. You look as strong of arm and sure of aim. Have you considered a career in the fast-paced world of deep-sea harpoon fishing? Well, you know what, Rana, I haven't, but tell me more. It's a popular pastime among the kinds of folks who need to prove their physical prowess, she says, brandishing a rust-covered harpoon. I'm not sure we need to prove anything. Look at this hammer. Wait, are we proving it with the hammer? Never mind. I can get you out on the water right now, or for a little extra gold, I know where I can acquire a premium harpoon. It'll help steady your aim. Let's purchase a premium harpoon, I guess. It's 10 gold. We'll find out what it does. The pendulum beam will now move slower in this encounter. Okay, so that's another one of these gambits. As for instructions, we call that the ocean. It's got fish in it. If you throw your harpoon down there and it hits one, I'll pull it up. Thank you. That was helpful. Don't hit the reef. If the harpoon ends up in there, we might as well kiss it goodbye. The deeper you go, the bigger the fish, though you can never be too certain of what you'll catch. Finally, there's a shipwreck way down there, an old merchant vessel. See that golden glimmer? If you need a target fair and true, I'd aim for that. So, let's go fishing. So here's our harpoon if you like. Because we've got a lovely premium harpoon.
Swings like a scythe, bearing hope or failure.
There we go. That looks like a shipwreck full of treasure to me.
Nicely timed.
Oh. It was never going to be as easy as that, was it? Okay, let's see if we can get it twice in a row. Gonna wait for our perfect moment. There we go. Oh, look at that. Straight in the middle. The harpoon descends to the lowest reaches of the reef. The merchant's vessel's treasure glitters tantalizingly on the ocean floor. Oh, and we need to... Okay, so this time we've got a silver, a gold, and a red, so we don't want to hit the red one. Blocked there. I'm not sure how we're controlling this harpoon as we... Oh, missed. So that's a failure.
Poorly done. You must harness your will and find the quiet stillness inside you.
Have another go. Alright, let's try again. So we're back at the start now. Well, first round complete.
Breathe. You have done well.
Let's see if we can repeat our progress on the previous one. Just blocking there. This time... Ooh, only just. Okay, that one was close. Alright, final one. Let's see if we can get that treasure. I hope this is the final one. Looks like... Ooh, not this one. This one though, maybe? No. Easy does it. Patience is the key. Oh, there we go.
That will set you in good stead from here.
So we haul up our
Tool
catch.
of life and of death.
The Dead Man's Hand. So this is an artifact. It's got 5 uses, requires 10 fame, which we've easily got, and this lets us aim a spell that deals 50 damage to the first enemy it hits, causes more damage when your life is lower, up to a max of 500 damage. Wow. Yes, please. Gotta remember how we use artifacts now. Among the coins and confused sea urchins, you spy a curious gauntlet. It hums with arcane power as we slide it over our hand. So we get the token as well, which is mostly what I'm happy about, but wow, that artifact will be useful. The sun hangs low on the horizon. Rana raises the anchor and says, time to return to the docks, and to distribute the sea's bounty. Armed northerners await you on the docks, because of course they do. A burly warrior reeking of fish and salt water points at Rana accusatorily. There she is. That's the one who stole my father's whaling harpoon. Let's teach her what we do with pirates around these parts. Alright, let's help Rana out. She helped us find an amazing artifact. The least we can do is some casual murder for her. We are the good guy in this, right? I mean, we've got a famous hammer, we must be. Alright. Oh, there we go. Q for artifacts. Thank you for reminding me. That is something I quite like about this game. It does sort of remind you of the needed controls the first time you pick something. Ah, we just broke our combo at the inopportune time. Ooh. And again, unfortunately. Let's build that back up with a dodge. There we go. Pow. So we'll just swap you, bring you back up, and then we'll knock you around with our hammer as well. There we go. Almost there now. We'll just pop this last card, and then we'll see about defeating the shaman. Nice work protecting the cargo. Scoops a pile of gold coins out of the waterlogged treasure chest. Not what I was expecting to haul up. What were you expecting to haul up? Casual salute. Bucket of chum dangling from her arm. If you ever want to go out on the water again, you know where to find me. Interesting.
I am torn between my loathing for gnomes and my despair that the world is becoming less strange and arcane as the Empire spreads.
You trespass on gnomish ground, humans, a voice calls out as a dozen small creatures leap from the trees around you. The penalty for this transgression is death. Make peace with your gods. They better not take my hammer. If they take my hammer, I'm going to be extremely upset. Oh, look at these little gnomes. Fiercely territorial, trespass in gnomish lands and face the consequences. Pesky, persistent, and impossible to hit. Gnomes cause snare, evade, to avoid, or struggle to break free. Gnomes can only be deterred with a finisher. Okay. Oh wow, they all have one health bar between them. Oh gosh. Okay, this is new. So, can't finish you. So we'll finish you. We just boot him away. Okay, this is interesting. There we go. Just bop you around as well. So we got to dodge their attack and then pump them into the sea. That's kind of nice. I like the sort of twist on the mechanics. The battered gnomes pick themselves up from the battlefield and approach you cautiously. Alright, the penalty for this transgression is no longer death. We'd like to parley. We seek arms to defend ourselves, the gnome declares loudly. Hand over some of your equipment and we'll release you. We can even pay you something. I'll give you some food for a helmet, one of the small folk exclaims. I'll share the secrets of this land for a ring, another chimes. Well, we don't have any of those things. Give me a weapon I can wield and one for my brother and we've got gold. I hope it lets me choose. If it takes the hammer, yeah, we can't give them this hammer, but we can give them this one. And then we get some gold. Quite a lot of gold. Quite a huge amount of gold. Wow, that was actually really, really good. A mighty war machine to be sure, but however will we wield it? Interesting, I wonder if that's a clue. So we can't... Maybe if we had a sort of a pair of daggers or something, we could give that to them and they could have one each? Maybe. I don't know how else would get the token. Let's try that next time.
You have prepared yourself for this battle. Now you must face it, but not alone, perhaps.
So we smash the mighty barrier, the hammer finds its mark, and we're immediately engulfed in a blizzard of snow and ice. Disorientated, we look around for Mal, but Mal's vanished. We're standing in a forest clearing covered in the newly fallen snow. We step back and bump into something. Turning, we see a towering plant.
Strength, if nothing else.
Aha, the Wanderer. So this looks like another companion. He stands with weapons drawn and brow lowered. Then you see her, sitting on a throne of wicker and thorns, small straw-plated charms and oddities hanging from the trees behind her. Before her kneel countless raiders worshipping their leader in an eerie stillness. The defender of villages and the exiled one, the shaman says with a hiss. She steps down from her throne. I know why you have come. Let this end. I hope you know how to fight, hero, says the bold northerner calmly. There are more warriors here than we can kill. To defeat a snake, you must cut off its head. So I think that's a hint that perhaps we should probably focus our efforts on the shaman and ignore the northerners. Okay. So there's the shaman. That is a pretty fancy headdress you've got there. Raid leaders are the front lines of the Northern Assault, centers of tactical and religious guidance. The shaman casts spells that heal her allies. Attack her quickly to interrupt the spell. Okay. Let's do our best.
Yet we will fight together. Stand clear of my blades, and I will stand clear of yours.
Okay, she's got some sort of strange icy attack there. Ooh, that hammer's doing pretty good work there. See if you can charge up another one of those. Excellent, so we didn't have to defeat all of them, just the shaman. We knocked off her weregoat headdress. Weregoat? Saber-tooth goat. One of those. The shaman's body writhes as the dark spirit leaves her chest and vanishes into the air. The remaining raiders flee into the forest. The sky's clear, the sun beams down on the colossal warrior that had fought beside you. I am Kolbjorn, he exclaims. I was born into the northern clans, but I am clanless now. You do not know us, but we were not always like this. Perhaps one day the clans will return to the tradition they have lost. So we've got a new companion that we can bring with us. You and I have cleared a small part of the stain from my honour this day. If you call, I will answer. He reaches out a massive hand. Let us head back and find your friend. And with that, we go back to find Mal. And
another
we've also
card returns to my deck.
completed.
Do not worry. I have more challenges before you will be ready to face my foe.
So we get a bunch of equipment. Interesting. Some robes, a helmet, and a couple more encounters. Fame and Shame, a watchtower, raiders obviously. We get Hretha's Ire as well, fantastic. And we get Kolbjorn, the Wanderer. So we get him as a companion, and we get his special encounter card. And for defending all of the villages, we get the Elder's Gift. So so that's a platinum encounter card as well. So we'll see what that does next time, perhaps. We also defeated a couple of other encounters. We get a Bitter Winter card. And is this from the fishing? For landing the catch of the day, we get the Dead Man's Hand to put into our deck. So that's going to come in handy. Oh, I never even used the Dead Man's Hand. Whoops. Oh well, we didn't need it. But hopefully next time it'll save me when I need it the most. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'm really enjoying this series, and I hope you are too.
Done well.
And I will see you
You
next time.
understand the